guys, it's Meg, bringing you another Minecraft tutorial. This time I'm going to show you how to build this easy mermaid statue. I'm going to be using various types of stone, but later on I will also show you some other coloring options. Okay, let's dive right in. Now because this build is on an angle and has lots of diagonals in it, the easiest way for you to build it is from the ground up, so that is the way I'm going to be showing my layers. So for layer 1, we're just going to start anywhere on the ground and build this shape. Now layer 2 is going to be covering layer 1 completely and overlapping it some, so pay close attention to where you're placing this. I did my best to show an overlay so you can see exactly where the underlying shape is. Hopefully that doesn't confuse you, but once you get a couple more layers down, then you'll be able to see more clearly where each layer needs to go. So right now we're creating the curve of the mermaid's tail, and as you can see we have it separating into two portions, the one portion being where her body will go, and then the little portion being the tip of her tail. And we're just gradually working these layers out, getting this nice curve and this nice natural looking shape. On the 7th layer, you can see the tip of the tail is getting much smaller, and we're also introducing her left hand. On layer 8, you can see her right hand appear. From here on, we're mostly going to be finishing her body and doing her fin. This first layer for the fin has just a few blocks spread out here and there, but those will all get connected once we add a couple more layers. The fin is not finished as it is here. We're going to go back and add a few more blocks to it to kind of smooth it out, but for now let's go ahead and finish the rest of the body. Now while you don't have to use the blocks I'm using here, it will make it easier for you in the end if you want to add different colors to the statue. On layer 15, we're just adding 2 blocks for the neck, and then on the last 3 layers, we're going to be creating a 3x3 block for the head. Now that we have all the layers done, we're just going to go back and add a few more extra details with some cobblestone slabs. First of all, I'm going to go to the fin and just place slabs all around it to help smooth out the shape. You can add as many or as few as you want, but basically the more you add, the smoother the shape will be. Then going to the middle, I'm going to find the last layer that I have of andesite, and that is the top of her tail. So I'm going to place a single ring of slabs around it to show the separation between her tail and her body. The last thing to do is to add some hair, and because hair has no specific shape or form, you really can't mess it up. Some things to keep in mind is try to avoid any flush edges with the head and the hair, which is why on the front I'm also going to be making sure it's overlapping the head and coming out at least 1 or 2 blocks. You might want to add an extra layer on the top of the head so it doesn't look so flat. And then you can add strands of hair, and once again, you can't do this incorrectly. They could be as long or as short as you like. It's better to have evenly spaced out strands so you don't want to see any large gaps left over. And once you have done it with blocks, you can also go back and do some with slabs. And this adds just enough extra detail to make all these little strands of hair look a little more realistic. I even added extra slabs on the very front to add a little more depth to her face. Now we have finished our mermaid, and I'm going to show you a few other coloring options for what we could do with this. First of all, we have the standard one that we have just created, which is just using various types of stone. But let's go ahead and move on to the second coloring option. And this one I stuck with the stone theme, but I exchanged all of the andesite in the build for granite. And this helps bring a pop of color while still keeping that statue-like quality to it. I also replaced some of the cobblestone in her hair with mossy cobblestone, adding this really pretty green highlight in her hair. Now to color the build entirely, I replaced all of the stone for a skin tone. You can replace the andesite with any color you want the tail to be, and for the fin I exchanged a colored glass for the cobblestone, and the slabs on her fin and around her waist I exchanged for quartz. For her hair I used orange terracotta mixed with red sandstone slabs. Also, to add extra color and interest to this build, I added some seaweed in her hair. Well, that's all I have for you for this tutorial. Be sure to leave a like if you liked this video, or leave a comment if you have any other suggestions for a tutorial in the future. Thanks for watching!